Hi, I'm Ed from Toby Tarot. Welcome back to my channel. I want to ask you something, and I was thinking about this the other day because I thought it was quite interesting. What do you do for your God or gods? Have you ever thought about this? What do you do for your deity or the energies that you pray to? So often we will come into our place of worship, be it the great outdoors, be it a prayer room like I have in front of an altar. It doesn't matter, a temple, a church, a synagogue. We so often, we go to our place of worship and we pray to our gods, goddesses. And we often say, I ask that you please keep me safe. I ask that you will help little Johnny with his cancer. I ask that you will be with my grandmother as she goes through the operation, keep her safe. I beg, I ask from the bottom of my soul. You getting the picture? What do you ask for? And how much do you ask for? I ask for a lot of things. I come into my prayer room every single night, no matter how late it is, no matter how many edibles I've had. I come into my prayer room, and sometimes I spend a lot of time in prayer. Sometimes I do literally a 2 or 3 minute prayer. You know, bing, 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 ring the bell, thank you, and it's done. Okay. Other times I sit and I communicate, and I let the energies flow, and I communicate with Lord Shiva and Lord Ganesha, and I make a good 10, maybe even 15 minutes of it. But I tend to thank more than I ask. And I'll tell you why. Because if you're praying to a deity, let us say, I'm going to say God, okay? I'm going to say a God, all right, for ease of communicating to you. So let's say you're praying to your God. Often we forget to say thank you. Don't forget that your God knows what you need. Your God anticipates what you should have and have not. Your God knows where you should be at any given time. All right? Your God knows what you deserve and also what you don't deserve. So often people will say, I hate God. And I had a situation like this. I don't know if you watched my last video before. I had a bit of a conscience crisis, spiritual crisis, and I was going, I pray to God, and God, Lord Shiva doesn't do anything for me, and I hate myself, and what's the point of this? Oh my God, none of my prayers are answered. Nothing that I ask for is given. And I always have to go back. I always have to remind myself that often when we ask for something, we are like children, and when your child comes to you and says, Mommy or Daddy, I want to eat that tub of ice cream. I want that ice cream. You can either say, yes, of course, Johnny, you can go and have the ice cream. Or you can say, no, you're not eating that ice cream. So often what we ask for or what we pray for, the answer is no. Okay? Your God doesn't have to always give you what you ask for or given to you. Sometimes the answer is no. Accept it, move on. Try to think why the answer was no. Okay? The other thing is, why are we constantly asking our gods instead of thanking our gods? Look at your own prayers. Look at how much you ask for. Okay? Now, I'm not saying you don't thank your God for things. I'm not saying that you aren't grateful, but I am saying that weigh it up. Do you ask for more than what you give? Or do you ask more than what you thank? Always thank your God, your deity, the universe. Always say thank you. Always express your gratitude. Know that you are blessed. Know that your God has blessed you. Look at all the ways that your God has blessed you, physically, mentally, spiritually. So often we get caught up in this, I want, I need, what about me? you know, and we stop focusing on what we can give back. So it's not always about what your God can give to you. It's also, have you ever asked your God, what can I do for you? What is it that you want me to do? Even if it's a small little thing, okay? Something small, something like, today I will allow the drivers in front of me to pull into the traffic. Or somebody who wants to come in, let me do that. It shows spirit, shows character. Is that what you want me to do, Lord Ganesha? Make their path slightly easier? Because Lord Ganesha, one of the things he is he's the god of travel and removal of obstacles. Perhaps you are an obstacle in someone's life, and you can remove that obstacle. Okay? Is that what Lord Ganesha wants you to do? Ask him. All right? You can ask, your God could ask a bigger favor, a bigger thing from you. You could say, Lord, what is it that you want from me? What can I do? And what you could do is perhaps go and help in a soup kitchen. Okay? You can perhaps take milk to Kavadi. All right? You can do something. But ask your God what he wants or she wants you to do. So often we don't do this. We just want. Yes, okay. You might say, I'm so grateful. And I do. I say, I'm so grateful. I take nothing for granted. I know how blessed I am, Lord. I know how you have blessed me, how you are allowing me to have all of this, all of this. But what do you want from me? What can I do for you? Does it make sense to you? It kind of makes sense to me when I think about it. You know, it kind of makes sense to me. Have you ever done this? Have you ever asked your deity, your God, the universe, what you can do for them? That how? But you know what I mean? Sometimes you won't get an answer. Sometimes you have to perhaps look for the answer. Perhaps you will see something that will immediately feel right. Perhaps you will see on television somebody who, or you hear on the radio somebody who needs help with X, Y, and Z. Okay, and perhaps you could contribute to that cause, or perhaps you could go and, I don't know, go to the shelter and adopt a shelter, shelter dog or shelter cat or whatever. My point is that we often forget to ask what we can do for our God, and we so often expect our God to work miracles for us. Think about that. Something I was thinking about quite a lot since I had my spiritual crisis a couple of weeks ago. So, you know who I am. I'm Matt from Tubby Tarot, and I will see you on the flip side. Hi, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to go and like and subscribe, and check out some more of my videos in my playlists.